Come back, gentlemen. This is Delicious, and today we have this. Finally, I will release the first version of Kids of for Grabs. We are kidnapping some kids around the world in this game. Don't tell this around because otherwise FBI will come after us. Joke aside, I put the players that I believe they can help you because not I mean I put even some super player like Victor Osimhen, but I literally I will never buy him. Or I do like around the world save or some of those players I will never use them. Not even Isaac, that it's one of my favorite. Like this year. Che friend to ram, it's like unabysmal. I mean, it costs like a kidney. There are some players, but obviously I put even the Wonder Kids, I put some bargain, I put a lot of stuff, to be honest. I mean, like I want to try this player since the FN24, I never had the chance. I put even my favorite Chaos. I put someone that I believe that can play, like this Okafor. For me, it's very nice. Obviously, those players were chosen by stats, not by anything else, not only by PA. Like some of them can literally grow. This one was chosen. He will not really improve that much, but his base stats are what you are looking for. For acceleration, pace are very good, and jumping reach. Dribbling, it's not necessary, to be honest, that you look after that for defenders, central defenders. There are many players, to be honest. If I will on description, if I don't forget, I will let the link for the VODs. We did even some simulation to check which were the best combination and something like that. You can obviously you can choose here by roles. Some roles are easier to find good players. Some roles for me on this FM like winbacks on right and left are very are literally not easy to find them. DMs, another role that it's literally strange to find some wonder kids. Or I mean, I put some volantes, I put some DMs that you can use, like Lipani. It's one a very good one. Or Bamba. I mean, Bamba. You can use Bamba as a anchor if you prefer anchor over RPM, DM defense. I mean, whatever you wanna call it. I mean. We're gonna check those stuff out about rules as well because at this point I'm sure that something happened and behind the scene. We are gonna talk it about. I mean, now after this video, I will collect the first, the next test that is gonna be attack with it, and we're gonna see what the hell happened. It's Narov better than fairly Narov or standard or super wide, call it super wide and stuff like that. Now I prepared even another thing so we can check how some players. I tried to take the cheapest players to check it out how they will perform over the time. About the tactics, it's not the best. Nothing, guys. It was being tested because I'm curious about some meta craps. And that's it. There is no reason why I choose this. Maybe it's not even the best of the best of the Spalletti things. I was just checking out. Like I don't like invite crosses. I will never like it, but I was trying out. Here you can check the players. Maybe it's easier here. I choose some. I mean, I choose one the favorite our nice piece of meat, the best player in the game, Lorenzo Luca. It's not the best player in the game, but he's a target forward itself. I mean, he's the target forward. He's the cow. Moracao, he's a bull. I choose literally some random players. And I just logged in Luca, and I let the assistant manager to check it out. So we can check. Lorenzo Luca played very good this year, this season. Torres, that we were talking about in the lives, he is very good. I mean, for his price, you can buy him around 10, 15 millions maximum, and this guy will literally perform for you. I mean, this guy for me is one of the best. He can play everywhere. He will perform. I mean, I really hope that he will come in Europe to prove his worth. And some others, I mean, those one, the Topalovic, it's we were talking about today with Ninfo. It's another one that it's interesting. Gellert, it's one wingback because he doesn't cost that much, but you can see already on 20 years old he start to be really promising on stats. This Martinelli, I tried Martinelli, I took like the DMs from Fluminense, Martinelli and Andre, just because I wanted to check them out, to check how they will perform. This Andre looks very sexy for DM role. On defense, central defense, I tried this Gila that I was curious about, and Simic. Simic doesn't. For me, this guy shouldn't even be selected with this jumping reach. He will suffer a lot. I mean, you can see 6.83, and with his what is Gila here? Even him was he was a little bit bad. I mean, he wasn't that bad. I don't dislike him for the perform, but Vignato, it's one of the guy that we were testing before the PC exploded. But I mean, no, it wasn't anything extraordinary. I mean, 77 points, 87 goals, 39 concede, and we won a Carabao Cup. Oh, interesting. Let's check the next one. Obviously, we didn't change no one, but this season we were playing even Champions League. And I mean, we are gonna check the points. You can see already, I mean, Vignato 23 goals, Torres 23, Topalovic 12. I mean, this is the only way, the only thing that I find the simulation useful. You can see 76 points. It was very similar to the other one. For example, here Luca didn't do very good compared to the season. I mean, to the previous season. There are many reasons for this. I want to show you. Gira here did okay, but 6.83. And for example, here Simic went way better. I mean, even though he has no jump reach, he did better. Marcos Antonio is the one that I believe that can play. I mean, I choose literally cheap players as well, not all the players that you need to pay way a lot. Even this guy that on the first season he played on as a main, he was preferred. This guy has, I mean, you will pay him around 3.8, maximum 4 millions. And he's very good for the price. I mean, you know, guys, that I love the price overall. So I mean, check it out. I mean, some players are very good. The tactic itself, I don't believe that it was any. I mean, it's not bad. Brutally, we can see we did 76 points. Data hub, so something disgusting. I want another Carabao. I mean, we at least this tactics loves Carabao Cup. So now we are gonna check the last simulation and we are done. For the last season, we can see that Gila didn't really. Gila and Simic literally suffered, but this is normal because they are not on optimal level. We are if you are interested about those players template. I mean, for example, here I will change the defenders 100%. The rest, I mean, Torres, as I said, on 3 years on Luton, he did quite good. I mean, he improved even more his performance. Topalovic did fine. Suslov, that is another one that you can literally pay for. I mean, those players are all cheap. Even Triad, even this Borza. I mean, you can see, I mean, all those players, their price skyrocketed. Gerrard, for example, on the third season, struggled a bit to perform. But 75 points. I mean, you see what is the difference when you are playing meta players. Those are, and I didn't even choose them. I mean, I was only interested about Luca because it was my. I don't even think that he was the focus on the corners. From corners only 16 goals. You can see that 9 speeds of meat. Even playing advanced forward, he performed very well. You need to maximize him. I mean, as always, we know about that. If you have a question about how to maximize your player, just ask. Competition. This time Carabao Cup. It was this was a Carabao Cup series on simulation. I will make. I will. Every time I will update this shortlist. I will release some simulation. But if you like this, just comments about that, and I can bring it. I mean, I will try to bring this test team or whatever you wanna call it for the. I will include it even on the tactic preview. I was thinking about that because I mean, let's check what happened even if. And for example, from this team, I will remove G. I mean, it's not like I will remove Simic and Gila. Will not. I will try someone else, someone that I believe that can perform better, because we saw that they are not that bad, but they are not even good. I mean, Simic, and I was curious about how much Simic can improve, and here we can say that he's bad. He's okay. I mean, let's check here. I mean, he's almost max 139. I mean, I can even show you. I am curious about that. 155. I mean, he's almost max. I mean, no, this guy is a stellar. 139. He doesn't even reach 140. Dorgu, that is one of the favorite players. 150. This guy, it's nuts. I mean, it's very nuts. I mean, this guy, I don't even think that he reached 130. I mean, he's pretty bad on CA, but his stats lead him to perform very well. So guys, see you next. Bye bye, and stay tuned.